Well, the long question going into this offseason was going to be, what were the New York Giants going to do with James Bradberry? Were they going to trade him? Were they going to cut him? Were they going to try to work out an extension? Were they going to restructure his contract? Well, news just broke. This is a breaking news update from the New York Football Giants. They have officially released cornerback James Bradberry. And with this release, it will save the team $10.1 million in salary cap savings, but it will also give them an $11.7 million cap hit going into this season. And into next year, it'll be an additional $1.4 million added to the 2023 salary cap. Now, this is obviously a move that was forthcoming by a lot of the beat writers were mentioning this. The Giants were actively trying to trade James Bradberry for the past few months because they knew his contract at where it was right now just wasn't going to be able to stand at its current deal. Now, at the same time, what this is going to do right now is releasing a veteran like James Bradberry. It's going to put a lot of onus on Adoree Jackson to become the number one cornerback on this team. He's going to have to come back and stay healthy. And it's also going to put onus on the Giants' young cornerbacks, like an Aaron Robinson to quickly develop and maybe into that number 2 cornerback. Like a Cordero Flott. Maybe they're expecting a lot more from this kid coming into this season. The other young cornerbacks, like a Rodarius Williams, like a Darnay Holmes. Even the kid that they drafted, that they signed in undrafted free agency, Darren Evans. So there's going to be a lot to do right now with the big giant hole in the secondary right now with the release of James Bradberry. So just recap real quickly. James Bradberry has officially been released by the New York Giants. It will save the New York Giants $10.1 million in cap savings and will be an $11.7 million cap hit going forward and into an additional $1.4 million into 2023. This was reported by Dan Duggan of The Athletic. So now the question is, are the New York Giants trusting their young cornerbacks enough to roll into this season with Adoree Jackson being that veteran number 1 cornerback and hoping these young guys can develop and be able to be the number 2, number 3 cornerbacks going forward? Or are the Giants going to scour the veteran, the waiver wire to see if any other veteran cornerbacks get released and maybe try to bring in a veteran to compete for a possible starting spot or a key depth position? Either way, it leaves a giant hole in the secondary, and it's gonna fall a lot on, most likely, second-year cornerback Aaron Robinson to pick up the defense, and he's probably going to have to be the guy right now that's going to be slated as the number 2 cornerback going forward. So that's just your breaking news update right now. James Bradberry is officially an ex-New York Giant. He has been released by the New York Giants. And one last time, saves them $10.1 million in cap savings, which will allow them to be able to sign their rookie class, and it will be an $11.7 million cap hit. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's go New York Giants. Wish the best for James Bradberry going forward. Hopefully he doesn't sign with the Eagles or the Commanders, but we'll have to see what happens next. Will the Giants go into veteran cornerback free agency, see if they can bring in a veteran to compete with some of these young guys opposite of Adoree Jackson at the starting cornerback position? So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's go New York Giants. Take it easy and enjoy the rest of your Monday. Peace.